Last year, Apple Valley finished second in the state, losing a hard-fought battle to Forest Lake. With the final score, Forest Lake 29, Apple Valley 26. They only graduated 4 wrestlers off of that team. 9 of them are back this evening. Apple Valley is currently rated #1 in the state in Class AA. The Foley Falcons were the Class A champions last year, winning 31-19 over Hayfield. They returned 10 of those kids to tonight's dual meet. Tonight we have the clash of the two powers, the #1s going head-on in a battle of #1 ranked teams. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's dual meet, the Foley Falcons versus the Apple Valley Eagles. With me is Coach Lyle Freudenberg, head coach of the Falcons. Coach, exciting dual meet tonight, huh?
Yeah, I think it's going to be very exciting. There's going to be some real good matchups in some of the Apple Valley Foley duels. We've got some very good kids. We've got 3 or 4 state-ranked kids, and so does Apple Valley. A couple of those kids might be meeting this evening. We're still not sure. But we just think it's going to be an exciting duel between us and Apple Valley, and we're just excited to have a capacity crowd here and ready to have some fun.
Well, Coach, I would think that, the opportunity for a couple of currently ranked #1 teams, Foley in Class A ranked #1, Apple Valley ranked #1 in Class AA, it's got to be great for wrestling. It doesn't happen very often during the course of a season, so this is a rather unique event this evening, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. There are very few times where the Class A #1 ranked team and the AA ranked team actually meet during the course of the season, and it is great for wrestling. It's great for Central Minnesota because I think the publicity that we can get from a meet like this is just going to be great for our sport.
Yeah, that's great, and I think it overshadows the results. I mean, everybody talks about who's going to win this, and although that's nice and that's important, the thing is, it's a happening, it's an event.
Yeah, that's the bottom line, and that's why we wanted to get Apple Valley here, because we knew that they would bring a good team. They're a good program. People like to see Apple Valley wrestle, and people like to see Foley wrestling, and that's what's going to make the event exciting.
And folks, we're going to be bringing that match to you all the way through completely this evening. We appreciate the opportunity to be here with you. Stay tuned for some great wrestling. Coach Freudenberg, best of luck to you. I know you want to get with your team.
Thank you.
Okay, with me is Apple Valley head coach, co-head coach, Jim Jackson. Coach, an outstanding meet tonight. A couple of #1s going head-to-head. Heck of a crowd here. What are your thoughts on it?
Reminds me of 1986. We were in Staples. We wrestled Staples in 1986, and a great crowd, a great tradition, Class A and single AA wrestling, and should be a great meet.
I noticed from the program there's an awful lot of talented athletes going at it possibly this evening. Those are always make for exciting matches, don't
Yeah,
they?
they do. We're looking Chad Erickson is one of our better kids at 112. He's a real tough kid. Might wrestle that Jeremy Levine. Should be a good match. Although I heard they might move him up, I'm not sure exactly.
Possibilities that always happens in these dual meets. Your season this year so far, Coach?
It's going really well. We lost 2 meets down in Iowa. We lost to Charles City, Iowa, and Des Moines Dowling, but otherwise we're undefeated in duels. Beat Forest Lake and Simley in good duels. And we're a little bit banged up right now. Not making any excuses, but we're a little bit banged up. 2 kids out. So we're looking forward to the end of the year. That's what it's all about. Both programs are looking for the end of the year. That's what it's all about.
I think that's what it's all about, and a result this evening is not so much about who everybody talks about who's going to win this, but it's just great for wrestling and a great opportunity.
This is great for wrestling. Look at this, what better place can you be in? Right here, Foley, Minnesota, and we're wrestling some great competition, great crowd. Talk to you guys. It's great being here. We really appreciate being invited. It's a great trip, and we're looking forward to Foley coming right back to Apple Valley next year.
We'll be down there next year, and hopefully we can have that on cable.
Yeah.
We'll have all that action here for you a little bit. We'd like to thank Coach Jackson for being here. Coach, best of luck. I know you want to get with your team. Thank you. With me is Senator Paul Wellstone, an avid wrestling fan, and his granddaughter, Kari. Senator, exciting evening for wrestling, huh?
This is, for me, Tom, this is heaven on earth. If I could take time away from the Senate work, I would not be anywhere other than right here.
Well, we're excited to have this opportunity. Battle of #1s. It's great for the sport of wrestling. It's great for Central Minnesota, not to mention the entire state. Have you had a chance to watch a lot of wrestling this year?
I went the other night. We were traveling through Minnesota, and we got to Staples and had a chance to watch Staples wrestle. Other than that, I don't think I've really had a chance to watch much.
Well, great. I know you're an avid wrestling fan.
Staples Aiken match, real good.
Great. Two powers there as well.
Yeah. So this will be fun, but tonight I'm going to be careful. My youngest son Mark wrestled for Apple Valley, but I'm going to root half the time for St. Louis and half the time for Apple Valley.
The politics.
I'm not usually like that. Usually I take a position on an issue, but I want both these teams.
That's all right. Well, Senator Wellstone, we appreciate spending some time with us. Kari, nice to meet you.
Carl, can you say goodbye?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you, Senator. You're welcome. We'll talk to you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
At 103 pounds, from Apple Valley, Judd Sikorsky. 103 pounds, Republican, Adam Wookaman. At 104 pounds, for the Eagles, Chad Erickson. Republican, Tom Keller. At 119 pounds, for Apple Valley, Joe Stennis. Republican, Chad Lane. At 125 pounds, for Apple Valley, Jeff Stewart. For the Falcons, Jimmy Miller. I'm sorry, I got that introduction wrong. It's Todd Keller at 12, Chad Levine at 119, and now at 125 for Apple Valley, it is Jeff Stewart, and for Foley, it is Jamie Keller. I'm sorry, I apologize. At 130 pounds for Apple Valley, it is Jared Johnson. For Foley, it is Jeremy Eckelder. At 135 pounds for the Eagles, it is Brian Jemison. The Falcons, it is Craig Coates. At 140 pounds for Apple Valley, it is Jesse Rohowski. For the Falcons, it is Jeff David. At 145 pounds for Apple Valley, it is Leon Thomas. For the Falcons, it is Rob Post. At 152 pounds for Apple Valley, it is James Roberts. For the Falcons, it is John Raditsky. At 160 pounds for Apple Valley, Ryan McInerney. For the Falcons, Andy Lee. At 171 pounds for Apple Valley, Brian Lacombe. For the Falcons, Jesse Zimmer. At 189 pounds for Apple Valley, it is Josh Paulson. For the Falcons, Tony Hurst. In the heavyweight division, from Apple Valley, it is Chad McInerney. For the Falcons, Craig Vefrinsky. The head coaches for Apple Valley are Bill Murray and James Jackson. They are assisted by Mark Henderson, Brian Shaver, and Tom Beach. Head coach for the Falcons is Lyle Freudenberg. He's assisted by Larry Byrne, Terry Holmes, and Alan Jensen. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Face our flag. This performance of our national anthem at tonight's event has been arranged by the Comprehensive Arts Planning Committee of Foley High School. The CAP committee is an advocate for arts education in our schools and community. Tonight's anthem will be performed by Foley High School junior Amy Garceau.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the
Americans Adam Wickelman.
Well, good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. Adam Winkleman, sophomore with a 6-9 record against Judd Petrowski from Apple Valley. He's a sophomore, 14-4. He's in deep. He's got him up in the air, takedown. Apple Valley in their traditional brown and gold uniforms. The Foley Falcons in their blue and red singlets. This should be a pretty exciting match. Out of bounds, called by official Roger Wilson. And they'll go back to center. Petrowski is no stranger to mat wrestling. He's a two-time National All-American cadet wrestler, and cadet wrestling is for ages 14 and 15. So he's been around the mat. Adam's having himself a good year, too. This is his first year on the varsity. Adam, again, the Foley wrestler. Petrowski's working for a double arm bar. Referee calls it as potentially dangerous. You can't take that too far. Causes pressure on the shoulder, and the referees will break it every time. There's a timeout here as Coach Bill Demery wants to have a clarification of the rules with Mr. Wilson. How far can his wrestler take it? In terms of the motion of the shoulder. If it goes too far, it causes strain on the shoulder. We're not going to let that happen. Petrowski's on top. Winkleman's trying to do a sit-out here. Looking for a Granby. Reversal. 2 points. Petrowski immediately comes to his feet, turns and gets a 1-point escape. Looking for a takedown. He's got it right there. He's got Winkleman in trouble. He's on his back. He's got a minute to fight off of this position. As you can hear, the Apple Valley crowd is on their feet. Looking for a fall. The referee is trying to get in position to watch the shoulders. Winkleman's trying to keep that far shoulder down. 35 seconds left in this period. Can he fight it off? Petrowski's looking for the fall here. It's close. There it is. Fall for Apple Valley. They'll jump out in front. 6-5. For the opening bout, the win goes to Apple Valley. They're going to be like this all evening. I don't know about pins back and forth, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll tell you, they're going to be exciting. These teams are no slouches. We have Todd Keller here for Foley, a sophomore himself, another youngster on the Foley team against Chad Erickson. Chad is 17-2. He was fourth in the state last year. He's a freshman. He's a ninth grader, 17-2, was fourth last year as an eighth grader. That's right, an eighth grader. He's currently ranked #1 in his weight class, in on a low-level single. Trying to drag out, trying to turn the corner. He's hustling, he gets that leg hook. Keller put out a carry. Keller has a carry on him, no point. Boy, was that close. Keller's trying for a front headlock. Erickson's trying to drag out for Apple Valley. Apple Valley again in the brown, Foley in the blue. Keller's in on a carry. Trying to do a fireman's there. He's going to switch to a single. He's got him up in the air. If he can change it to a double, he'll get a takedown. He's looking for it. He's got him on his feet. He makes the turn. He gets the takedown. Timeout. That time was for the headgear. Boy, the crowd liked that one. Keller's feeling pretty good about that takedown. We got a minute 8 in the first period. Apple Valley goes down. He'll try a switch to a stand-up now. He's trying to switch. Doesn't get it. Comes back. Tries a little switch there. Gets the reversal. 2 points. Score's tied 2-2. Got the legs on. He's trying to turn Keller. Keller's up high on his hip though. He gets that arm around there. He could get a reversal. Erickson from Apple Valley's got to be very careful here. If he loses a leg, he's going to lose a reversal. There's 44 seconds left. The Foley coaching staff is urging Keller to get high, get his seat up in the air. He can't quite complete it. The referee calls a stalemate. A stalemate is when the official believes that neither wrestler can improve his position, and therefore they'll go back to the start. Keller's down. Erickson comes up on top. Keller tries to sit out. Erickson obviously likes to use the legs in what's called a power half series right there. That's a punishing move. He's looking for near fall or back points off of it. Keller stopped that one, but he's still got the leg in. What's called a figure 4 leg ride here. Keller's attempting to counter. We got 19 seconds left in the first period. We got a 2-2 score here. Erickson's working hard on top of those legs. This takes a lot out of you. Ooh, Keller might have a reversal. He does. 2-point reversal with 7 seconds left. Erickson like to score here with very little time left. That's the end of the first period. Keller's ahead 4-2. It'll be his choice. He defers to the official who gives the choice to Erickson. He says, I want down. I want out of here. I'm in the score and score now. He's behind 4-2. Keller comes in on top. False start. You could see that, I'm sure. Erickson moved. That won't penalize him the first time. Next time it'll cost him a point. Referee puts him back on top, and here we go. Erickson does a nice short sit series. Reaches for the head and then turns in. He's got his hand and trying to come around and face Keller. There he goes. He's looking for 1 point here. Keller stopped it and got around behind him. He's riding a little high. Keller's riding well. Riding back on those laces. Doing a great, great job. He's in deep. Erickson's trying to get a counter position here. Oh, he flips him over. He gets a reversal. Erickson's got a reversal. Not yet, not yet. I take that back. Referee hasn't signaled anything yet. He's in a lift position here. This is Erickson's freestyle experience here. He's trying, the coaches at Apple Valley are encouraging him to get 2. He looks like he's on top, but he hasn't been given control yet. Referee's getting awful close to stalemate this. Keller stepped over and stopped it. 55 seconds, second period. Keller's hanging on tough on this kid who's 17-2. Doing an outstanding job. Got a couple of youngsters out here, but what a couple of talented athletes. All right, he's trying to do a waist tilt here to shake Keller off his leg. 35 seconds left. Keller needs to hang on. He's in trouble now. He's down on his hip. He's going to spin. There's 2. Reversal. We have a 4-4 match. 25 seconds left. Second period. Erickson's a tough top rider. He's got a cradle on here. He's getting points right here. You can see the shoulders. Boy, if they both touch, it's trouble. Trouble. He's got him tilted up pretty tight. He got off. Outstanding job by Keller to fight that one off. Erickson put an inside cradle in, did a great job. He'll get 3 points for that. Makes the score Apple Valley 7, Foley 4. Third period, Keller says, I'm going down. I'm going down because I think I can get out. So he'll go underneath. Erickson will be on top. Erickson, as you can see, is an awful good rider. He likes to put those legs in. Punish you with the legs. Now that leg will come over the top. Keller sat out, grabbed his head, didn't work. The thing to do, though. Erickson's riding tough. You can see him covering those hips. He's coming out in front. He's trying another tilt, just like the one he did before. This will put Keller on his back again. Sorry, Erickson, that is, doing the tilt. So he's got this tight. This is called a barbed wire because they wrap him up tight. Keller's fighting it off hard. Erickson switches over to a headlock, head and arm situation here. He's already got his 3 points. Keller's continuing to try and turn. Referee stops it. He has 3 points near fall for Apple Valley. Illegal hold. 1 point Foley. What happened there was Erickson came across the throat and lost the arm. And you can't block the throat. There's a false start again. Referee says, my fault, I moved. These guys are curled and ready to go. Any movement on the part of that official and they're gone. He's got the legs in. Now he'll try that power half series again. Here he comes. Boy, he's good with this. He's scoring again. You can see the official counting here. Well, maybe you can on your screen, but he's counting. There's the 3 points. Score is now going to be 13-5 after this. He awards you 3 points. Sorry, 12-5. 12-5. He only got 2 for that. There's an inside wrist and a power half. Boy, he's turning that tough. Boy, he's got that stretch. He's got Keller in trouble here. Bridge is out. Nice bridge. Ooh, back again. He's got 40 seconds to stay off his back. Can he do it? Apple Valley's hollering for the pin. They want that fall. They know they can go up 2 pins here to none. They'll love it. Keller came off that. Erickson gets 3 more points. Makes the current score 15-5. He's up by 10. Keller's trying to get his base. Erickson's working for an inside cradle. Pops his head out. Trying to turn that hip. There he goes. Keller will be on his back again. He's got 2 points at least. If he can keep him there for 5 seconds, he'll get 3. There's 3. Oh, he didn't get it. We got 2 more. Apple Valley wins that one. Final score 17-5. 17-5. Fine job by both wrestlers. Was that exciting or what? I'll tell you what, pull up your chair, get some popcorn, get a beverage out of the refrigerator, and sit down and watch some wrestling. Here's one a lot of people have been waiting to see. This is Foley's Chad Levine coming out at 13-3 junior. Chad finished 5th in the state last year.
He was 5th in the state.
He'll be wrestling Joe Stennis, another junior, with a 3-6 record for Apple Valley. Apple Valley currently leads the dual meet 10-0. They're on the edge of the mat looking for position. Oh, they go out of bounds. That was an outstanding job by Todd Keller. I'll tell you, Apple Valley, they wanted a pin there and wanted it bad, but couldn't quite get it. He's in on a high crotch situation. He's going to try and convert this to a double. Here he comes. He's coming up. He wants that takedown. Levine's in pretty deep. Stennis is trying to work his head out of position so he can counter him. There you can see the crossface. Looking for a throw on the way down, maybe. Oh, they go out of bounds. No points. We have a timeout. 1 point green. 1 point green. That's Foley. The Apple Valley wrestler intentionally took Levine off the mat to avoid a takedown. That is a penalty. That's called fleeing the mat and avoiding wrestling. That will cost you a point. No, can't do that. They're in the middle now, mixing it up. Official Roger Wilson is setting the tone here this evening that there's going to be no nonsense. You're out there to wrestle, boys. Don't be playing the edge or it's going to cost you. Levine pushes. They go out of bounds. There's a break in the action. Stennis, as I mentioned, is 3-6. Levine is 13-3. This is a 119-pound bout. There's a minute 5 left in the first period. The dual meet scores Apple Valley 10, Foley 0. So Foley really would like to get a win here at 19. They can't afford to go down 4 matches in a row here. Levine's in on a carry. Boy, nice shot. Goes in on a deep fireman's carry. Hits the takedown. That'll put him up 3-0. Remember, he got the 1 point for against Apple Valley for going off the mat. Actually, he didn't go off the mat. He pushed Chad off the mat. And the referee penalized him for it. Stennis comes up to his feet, gets the escape. 3-1. They're going to go on their feet here. Both these boys are awful good on their feet. Apple Valley in the brown singlet. Foley in the blue. Foley's got the blue shoes. Apple Valley has the red shoes and brown uniform. Referee says, Green, you're stalling. You're going out of bounds again. You're going to have to wrestle out on the mat. We're not going to have this going out of bounds business. Caution against Apple Valley for a false start. Again, he took the wrong position there, but it doesn't cost him anything. Levine's in deep on another carry. Tries to change it to a Kelly. Can't do it. Apple Valley's trying a front headlock here. He's in good position. They'll wear you down with this move. Out of bounds. A break in the action. They're back to center. That front headlock can be punishing. Apple Valley's good with it. Levine in on another shot. Doesn't get it. Time runs out. End of the first period. Foley's ahead 3-0. Apple Valley's choice he defers. Foley says, I'll take down. So Chad Levine takes the bottom position. He's up 3-1. Excuse me, he's up 3-1. Apple Valley got an escape there. Apple Valley elects to take a optional start and lets Levine go, and they're going to wrestle on their feet. Levine's in on a front headlock of his own here. He's trying to turn the corner on Apple Valley. He hasn't quite got it yet, but he's in deep. Nothing yet. Nope, out of bounds, no points. Great series there. Great series. This is going to be a takedown match. Both wrestlers are digging hard. Second period, 1 minute, 35 seconds left in the second period. Levine's up 4-1. They're both down on their knees. They'll just soon not be there. The coaches don't want them there. The wrestlers don't want to be there. They come back to their feet. Out of bounds. They'll go back to center. Foley coaches are telling Levine to stay off the tie-ups. They'd like him to shoot from the outside open position rather than get all tied up as he is right now. That's tough to do sometimes. They're moving for position. Apple Valley's trying to set up an outside single if he can get it. He's holding that head tight. Both boys trying to get position. We have warning, stalling both wrestlers. 1 point Apple Valley. That's a double stall. Referee thought neither one of them was trying. Levine's in on a carry. He's got him deep on this one. 2 takedowns. Levine jumps on front, 6-2. That was a nice shot on the part of Levine. He got deep penetration on that fireman's carry. Timeout.
Timeout for the headgear.
Chad's headgear slipped all the way down. We have 51 seconds left. Wrestling fans in the second period. Score 6-2. Apple Valley's in front in this dual meet. 10-0. We got a pin at 103. Apple Valley did for 6 points, and they got a major decision at 112 for 4 points, and that gives them their 10. Foley has yet to get on the board as a team yet. They're ahead 6-2 in this one, though. Here comes the stand-up on the part of Stennis from Apple Valley. They're out of bounds. This is a tight bout, 6-1. It's anybody's game. The flurry happens, a few points here and there, and boy, Apple Valley's right back in it. Apple Valley's still in the down position. Referee says, get on top, Levine, let's tango. Here we go. Looking for a chop, trying to do a wrist breakdown in the cross-arm chop. We got 22 seconds left. Timeout. Out of bounds. Gonna have to check on that score. My records have 6-2 Apple Foley. That's correct. They adjust the score on the scoreboard, and it goes to 6-2. There was a point there that the official score missed. We have a timeout in the action. Looks like Levine's got a little bit of a bump in the eye there. They're checking it out. I don't think there's any bleeding. If you would like a copy of this dual meet this evening, wrestling fans, to put in your files and save for future use, you certainly can get that by calling the Foley High School Wrestling Office. We're out here at Foley High School tonight. Appreciate the opportunity to tape this for Mark Twain Cable. And we're back in action here. We have a 6-2 score, 19 seconds left, second period. Levine's up by 4. He's on top. Referee says, get on there. Here they go. Nice stand-up by Apple Valley. He's trying to get his hands under control. He'll make the turn when he gets to the edge. No, referee says you're out of bounds. Back down. No change in the action. Both wrestlers have been warned for stalling, so they can't afford to coast here. 14 seconds left in the second period. Levine tries to break him down. Stennis has got a wide, good base on the bottom. He's hard to take off his base. He's trying to do a throw here. He's got it close. No, Levine stops it. Boy, that was close. No point. Woo! I'll tell you, Stennis gets that throw. He could get 2 and 2 more, but he didn't get it. Levine stopped it. We go to the third period, 6-2. Stennis' choice. He says, I'm going down. I got to have points, and I think I can get him from underneath. Referee says, set. Here we go. Levine's trying to get a breakdown. This is the first time tonight I think he's gotten him off his base. Looking for an inside wrist tie here. Got a half on. Stennis peels that off. Trying an inside wrist. The coaches want him to chop and loose. Boy, this kid's got a great base. There's the Granby. Ooh, out of bounds. Out of bounds. No points. Stennis has got a tremendous base. He's really hard to knock off his base. You can see he's a very strong boy. Outstanding position. Chad's done a great job of riding this one out. We've got 1:39 left right now in the third period. Stennis stands up again. He's looking for that 1-point escape. Levine's got to bring him to the mat, or the ref's gonna. There it is. Referee says you're stalling. 1 point Apple Valley. That'll make it 6-3. When the man comes up from the bottom and you're behind him, you must bring him back to the mat within a reasonable amount of time. If you don't, you're stalling. You're stalling because you're avoiding wrestling. So it's your job as the top man to bring him back. They're going optional start here. Levine's letting go, makes it 6-4. Takedown will tie this up. Both wrestlers have been warned for stalling. So we're cooking now. Boy, this is an exciting match. Stennis has worked his way back into this. Levine feels he can beat him on the feet, so he let him go. Both wrestlers have been warned for stalling. If there's a tie, if there's a takedown, we'll go into a sudden death overtime. Levine's in on the carry again, looking for that baby. Tries to convert it to a Kelly, can't do it. Stennis blocked it nice. Ooh, he tried to shuck there. Levine just got his hand up. Maybe you saw that. His hand come flaring up to the outside, stopped him from turning around and getting behind him. They go back to center. Levine adjusts his headgear. 1:05 left. This one's right down to the wire. The Apple Valley coaches are hollering. Their teammates are screaming for him to get in on that takedown. Ooh, Levine can't afford to back up. The next stalling point for Levine would be 2 points, which would tie the bout. They're both on their knees. Stennis has got to be trying for a takedown. He's behind here, 47 seconds left. He's behind 6-4. He needs to get aggressive here. He's got to get aggressive if he wants to tie this bout. Levine's got a nice tie up there. He can hit that carry again. That's what he's looking for. 35 seconds. There goes an underarm spin attempt. He doesn't get it. He gets out of it. Tries a single, out of bounds. That was an underarm spin attempt by Stennis. He didn't quite get it, so he turned around and faced Levine. Levine's in on the carry again. Boy, he's beat. Stennis is stopping it by blocking inside. You can see his arm there. That stops your hip penetration. He's looking for a waist tilt. Levine's in on the leg deep. As the head's through, he'll try to come up now straight up in the air and make the turn. Stennis has got his ankle. 12 seconds. 10. Oh, referee breaks it. Potentially dangerous. That was on Levine's knee. I'm sure you could see that. Awful severe pressure on that knee. We got 9 seconds. The boy's got to stay in there. Levine's wrestling tough. He can't afford a stalling call. It would be 2. Working hard. 1 second. Whoa, there's a bout. Levine gets the win by a score of 6-4. So we now have a 10-3 duel. Foley gets 3 points for that win. Wow.
At 125,
that was exciting.
Apple Valley will forfeit.
At 125 for Foley will be Jamie Keller. He will win by forfeit. He gets 6 points for Foley on a forfeit. Makes the score now 10-9, Apple Valley. Apple Valley apparently didn't feel that one of their wrestlers was able to wrestle there. They're making a move. They're trying to win this duel meet, so they're avoiding Keller, who's 15-0, third in the state, trying to avoid that. So they forfeit to Keller. So you can have the 6 there. We're going to move our wrestler up to 130 and see if we can't get another win here. Let's see who they've got coming out for Apple Valley. Keller was scheduled to wrestle Jeff Stewart from Apple Valley. Let's see who Apple Valley's putting out. Both coaches are over to the table right now. While that's happening, let me tell you that the duel meet now with that forfeit to Keller is 10-9. 10 Apple Valley, 9 Foley. That was a great bout by Levine and Stennis. Boy, those boys were going at it tough. Stennis may only have a 3-6 record, but he battled tough in there, and Levine at 13-3, ups his record to 14-3. Was just a very sound technical match. So they did a super job. So we got a forfeit here at 125, so that'll advance it to the 130-pound weight class. Foley's wrestler at 130 will be Jeremy Apfalter.
At 130 pounds.
At 130 for Apple Valley will be Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart moves up to 130 for Apple Valley. Stewart is a 12-4. Is a ninth grader with a record of 12-4. Apfalter is a sophomore with 11-3. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have another couple of fine youngsters. We haven't seen a senior yet. Freshmen, sophomores out here, boy, I'll tell you, talk about young talent on both these teams. It's here this evening. Apfalter's in on a single. He's trying to pull that knee, converts it to a double. Will he get it? He's looking to turn his head and get the takedown. Apfalter's trying. Outstanding balance on the part of Stewart. He makes the turn. Can he get the 2? Oh, Stewart's doing an inside arm roll. Nothing yet. Apfalter comes up and gets the takedown. Jeff Stewart from Apple Valley. Ninth grader against Jeremy Apfalter, a sophomore from Foley, 11-3. Apfalter gets the first 2. Stewart says we're going on the mat. Apfalter comes up on top. He's trying to stand up. He doesn't get it. Boy, Apple Valley's got great balance on their feet. And they try that little chin drop, reverse chin drop when you come in on them deep. And I'll tell you, if that works for you, you don't only get the takedown, but you get your opponent on his back. And those can be big, big points. Meanwhile, out here, Apple is working to try and break Apple Valley again. I'm real impressed with their base position. They're very hard to take to break down off their base. You can see Apple is working hard. Here he comes. He was trying to set that reverse chin drop again. You'll notice, you watch Stewart when he comes to his feet, he'll reach behind him, trying to grab Apalter's behind his head. Apalter's got in a deep half Nelson. He's got a tight pinning combination here. He's trying, boy, I'll tell you, Stewart's trying to get him up. He's got him on his back. No points. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nope. Oh, I'll tell you what, that was a scramble. Stewart's coming up to his feet here. He might get one out of this. Apalter's in a front headlock position. Referee hasn't indicated any score change yet. No position change. As long as Apalter keeps that front headlock, he's going to be all right. No points, still under control. Wow, that was a scramble. Stewart did an outstanding job there to stay off his back and not lose any near-fall points. Whoops, referee did give one. I saw him indicate that there was no points. He changed his mind. That's the end of the first period. Scores 2-1. So Stewart did get an escape there. Apalter got the takedown for 2. Stewart got the escape. We have a 2-1 match. Second period. Foley goes down. Foley wants a down position. So Apalter says, I'm going to work from down here. I think I can get out. Apalter says, we're not going to mess around with that. We're going to go on the feet, folks. So he just lets Apalter go. He says, I'm not going to fool around with you on the mat. We're going to go takedown. And you can count on that from Apple Valley. That's been their strategy for a long, long time. Now, these kids are good on their feet. They feel comfortable on their feet. They'll spend a lot of time on takedown. You can see Stewart's digging for underhook position. He wants that inside position. Upper body type moves. He does throw. He's a good thrower. He's got good headlocks. You just saw him try to do a chin drop back there a minute ago. Apalter's in deep though on this single. Can he convert it though? See Stewart drape over his back, grabs that ankle to try and counter it. Now he's going to try to stop that move and score himself. He's got the ankle. Boy, I'll tell you, this is tough. This is a scramble. Apalter needs to hang on to that leg. Referee's looking to see if maybe this is a stalemate. If nothing happens pretty soon, I'm sure he'll stalemate it. Apalter's trying to pull him over in a fireman's position. Can't get it. Yeah, referee says stalemate.
Stalemate.
Again, stalemate is the referee's opinion. Neither wrestler can improve his position, so they go back to neutral. Apalter's got an inside tie up here. Stewart clears it off. It's inside front headlock here. Apalter's got to be careful. They do a front headlock very well. He's made the turn. Nothing yet. Referee goes around and says 2 points, Apple Valley. He's got a cradle on. Apalter needs to get off the mat, and he does. Good job. That's good smart wrestling on the part of Jeremy Apalter, sophomore from Foley. 11-3 record against a 9th grader with a 12-4 record. How'd you like to have these kids on your team? A couple of fine athletes. Good youngsters. We haven't seen a senior yet. Both these teams are loaded with young talent. Apalter is, again, a sophomore. Takes the down position. Apple Valley in a brown singlet with the gold headgear, yellow headgear. Comes up on top. Apalter is going to stand up trying to get 1 point escape. He's got that hand, makes the turn. They're going to go out of bounds. Goes out of bounds. Referee says 1 point Foley. So Apalter goes ahead 4-3. The crowd loves it. 23 seconds left, second period. Apalter's up by 1. Foley needs this duel. Or this bout, rather. Well, they need the duel, too, I suppose, and so does Apple Valley. Both teams would like to win this, but Foley needs to win this one. Apalter on a sweep single. Oh, nice race tilt by Stewart. Boy, he's got some freestyle moves there. You can tell he's been around the mat. There was a nice race tilt. No point. Period ends. We're going to go to the third. 4-3. Apple Valley's choice. Apple Valley says, I'm going down. Now, if he gets away, the score will be tied. And they'll finish this one on the feet. Third period scores 4-3 in this duel, in this match rather. The dual mean score is 10-9 Apple Valley, so we only got a point separating these two teams. And what a match this has been. The one before this was equally as exciting. They've all been great. Stewart comes around and faces him. He's trying to crowd him now. Faced him, trying to crowd, get a reversal. Nothing yet. Apalter still in control. Remember, he was on top, so there has been no change. He's got to watch the dump here now. This is where Stewart will throw you. He's trying to work a back trip. Here it comes. You got to watch that. He can take you right to his back. Oh, that referee's counting. This could be near fall. That's 2. No, referee said no near fall. No near fall. Boy, he was counting. He must have waved it off. He decided that there was no near fall there. Boy, Coach Demeray doesn't like the looks of this. He's over at the score table. He wants to talk to the official. I think he's thinking there should be some point changes in here that haven't been given out. We got a minute left in this period. That ball is riding tough. But boy, this Stewart's dangerous. Ooh, there's a chance for a reversal. No points. You're still down. Okay, Coach Demeray wants to talk to the official. He's trying to indicate to the referee. I think there was a clasping there. What he's trying to say, Coach Demeray is trying to say to the official is that when the referee was counting for near fall points, Abfalter is clasping, which you can't do unless you're in a pinning combination. That wasn't a pinning. The referee says, no, I don't think you're right, Coach Demeray. And Coach Demeray says, well, I think I am too, but let's go back to wrestling. So that one was unresolved. The score remains 4-3. We have 1 minute and 2 seconds left. This is an exciting match. They're all excited. Stewart trying to come to his feet, trying to get that escape. There it is. He'll come back and throw now. You got to watch out. No. Out of bounds, says the referee. We'll go back down again. Okay, this Stewart's dangerous. You can see why he's a 12 and 4 freshman, can't you? He's always trying to take you to your back. He crowds well. He comes up and tries to throw. The things he does takes you right to his back. Abfalter's riding exceptionally well here. He's got an ankle scoop. He's got the inside wrist. He's got the cross wrist now. He let go of the inside. The referee says, I think somebody's stalling here. Warning Foley. Foley crowd doesn't like that call. Says, hey, wait a minute. We were trying to break this kid down. The ref says, I don't think so. I think you were trying to protect your lead. There's 40 seconds left. Abfalter's done a great job of riding here on it. Here he comes on a stand-up again. Knocked him off his base. He's got to work for a pinning combination. That's what the official's looking for. Because I want to see you trying to work. Here comes Stewart on a stand-up. Abfalter's got to be careful. He's going to throw from here. Watch out. Watch out. Yeah, Abfalter's trying to step inside and not give up any points. 23 seconds. No, they got a bounce. Referee says no points. Wow. You can hear the crowd holding their breath on that one. Stewart was trying to look for a throw. 21 seconds left. Foley's ahead by 1. 4-3. Foley's been warned for stalling. Foley boy was tying his shoes there. Abfalter goes back. 11 and 3 sophomore. The crowd starting to holler. Let's go, Jeremy. Breaks him down to the mat. Trying to work a bar arm on him. 17 seconds left. He's trying to work that bar. You can see him working that arm through. Trying to work for that pinning combination. He's going to change sides now and come across. Here he comes. He's trying to do a cross-body kick. Looking tough. He's wrestling well. Here comes Stewart. Stewart's come up. Abfalter wins it 4-3. Wow, what about? What about? 4-3. A couple of fine young wrestlers. Jeremy Abfalter improves his record to 12 and 3. Stewart will go to 12 and 5. A freshman and a sophomore. Wow. That puts Foley ahead now. 12-10. They're up by 2 points in the dual meet. Coming out at 135. Brian Janasak. For Foley will be Craig Herbst, 11 and 5 junior. Janasak, a 7 and 6 junior. Cross country and track athlete. Janasak's brother is currently the 118-pound varsity wrestler for Augsburg College. So this family has got some wrestling history. Herbst is also from a wrestling history background. Any of the Central Minnesota fans will recognize the Herbst name, both at Foley and Malacca and around the Central Minnesota area. So this ought to be another dandy. They just don't quit. These boys are mixing it up right off the bat. Herbst has tried for a single leg there. He can't get it. They're on their knees. Wow, Foley leads the duel 12-10. How about that Abfalter match? Was that exciting or what? A couple of outstanding young wrestlers there. Abfalter did a great job. He rode him out in that last 40 seconds. Did what he had to do. Stewart kept digging and scratching to try and get out, but he couldn't do it. That's what wrestling is all about. Craig Herbst is in on a front headlock position here. Apple Valley's holding that elbow to try and prevent him from turning the corner. Here he comes. He's bouncing. He's doing a bounce finish to this. He's trying to turn the corner and reach for that far leg. He can't quite do it. They go out of bounds. Craig Herbst, as I said, is a junior. He's 11 and 5. Brian Janasak from Apple Valley in the brown singlet is a junior who's 7 and 6. Herbst is in on another front headlock. If he doesn't get these, I'll tell you, it does wear you out because the guy's hanging on your head, and it really takes a lot out of you. You see he's got the arm picked up off the mat. You can see great head position there. He's trying to make the turn. It's what we call turn the corner here. Wow, out of bounds again. I'll tell you again, he's not getting these, but he is wearing out Janicek because this technique takes a lot out of you. Janicek takes a shot, pretty deep penetration. He's still got a hold of the leg. Herbst is trying to counter him. He does. He clears the leg. Now he'll go back with a quarter Nelson to try and score himself. The Foley coaches are encouraging him to score off of this. This is what you call a defensive attempt to score. Janicek shot the takedown. Herbst stopped it and then tries to score, which is considered a defensive takedown. Both wrestlers are on their knees. They don't want to be there too long. They're too good. They know that you don't stay down there. Janicek would like to get off of his. He's trying. Herbst isn't letting. Herbst is digging for that front headlock. We have 9 seconds left. 5 seconds left first period. He's still trying to make that turn. He's turning. Here he comes. Can't quite do it. No point. So we go 0-0 in the first period. Absolutely no score in the first period. Brian Janicek and Craig Herbst. If you just joined us, the score of the dual meet is Foley 12, Apple Valley 10. It's every bit as exciting as we said it would be, as we knew it would be. Outstanding dual meets, 1-point wins here and there. Apple Valley opened up with a pin. Judd Sikowski pinning Adam Winkleman. Then Chad Erickson, another fine wrestler for Apple Valley, beat sophomore Todd Keller. And just a great match. Jamie Keller was forfeited too by Apple Valley. And then they moved Jeff Stewart, their fine 25-pounder up against Jeremy Adfalter. And Corey Adfalter wrestled a great match to win that one 4-3. We have no score in this one. We're at the 135-pound match. Craig Herbst from Foley against Brian Janicek from Apple Valley. Herbst says, I'm going down because I think I can score from underneath. Janicek says, let's find out about that. And he says, I'll take you on top. Herbst does a short 6 series, trying to get inside position. He'll come to a stand-up now. He's trying to work the hands to get clear to make the turn. There, he hits the switch on the way down. He's trying to turn. He hasn't quite got it. Janicek did a beautiful job of recovering there. You can see he's riding the ankle tuck, trying to look for a cradle, I would guess. Covering the hips well. Herbst is trying to get to his base. Here he comes. Trying to do a backdoor stand-up. Kind of a tripod situation. Not real good position. Janicek slips into the start of an inside cradle. Got his head in the side nice. There they go out of bounds. The referee says, let's break it, boys. Foley, you're still down. No change. Herbst has got to be careful standing up like that in the tripod position because Janicek slips into that inside cradle, gets his head in the side, and he can take you down with that one and put you right on your back. Herbst attempts a short 6, does a shrug series, finishes, pulls out for one. Referee hasn't signaled it yet. The reason he hasn't is that Janicek still got control of the arm and leg. You can see that. Herbst gets the leg free. He's got to clear his arm now. The referee's looking. There's one right there, Foley. First score of this bout. Herbst gets a 1-point escape. Janicek's in deep. Nice shot. Turns the corner. Tries to step over. Herbst has got to keep that whizzer in if he wants to stop this takedown attempt. There's 50 seconds left in this bout. He doesn't want to give up 2 here. They're working toward the edge of the match. And the referee blows him out of bounds. Wow. That was a nice shot by Janicek. He's getting in. He's getting in pretty deep. They're moving around on the feet, trying to get inside position. Herbst's got an inside tie right now. Trying to back up, get Janicek to follow him so he can come with a sweep single. He didn't get it. He didn't have enough penetration there. Janicek takes a shot. Herbst stops it, tries to go to a front headlock again. Can't quite finish this move, but he's working at it. They're right on the edge of the mat. Herbst is spinning. No, out of bounds. Okay, they're back out in the center. They're on their feet. 20 seconds left, second period. Herbst is ahead from Foley. Herbst in the blue. Janicek comes in on a slight sweep single. He's picking that leg up now. Boy's in tough position. Changes to a double. Converts it. Coming in on a sweep single there. Got Herbst to his feet and then changed to a side double for the takedown. Puts him up 2-1, 1 second. That's the end of the period. So, after 2 periods, Apple Valley's ahead 2-1 here in this duel. And they're battling tough. Got a break in the action. Dual meet score is 12-10. Foley, they just went ahead on that last win by Jeremy Abfelter in a great bout. This is another squeaker, 2-1. Kirk starts down. He comes up in that tripod position again. He's looking to set up a Granby. Here it comes. Didn't clear the leg. Great attempt, though. Janicek just did a nice job of riding that one out and coming back up on top. He's trying for an inside cradle is what he's working for here. Kirk stops it. He's behind by 1. He needs a point here or 2. Here he comes again. He's got back to his base. He's going to try another Granby. He's got his leg caught there. He needs to clear that leg. That's easy for me to sit here and say. It's tough to do when you're out there. If you ever wrestled, you know what I'm saying. Ooh, nice inside wrist by Janicek. That's a lot of pressure on that shoulder. He's doing a nice job of riding here. Notice he's scooping the ankle, covering Kirk's hips well. Kirk's from Foley in a blue singlet. He's got to work to his base here. He's currently flat right now. I tell you, when you get that inside wrist, that's a nice look. Wrestling fans at an inside wrist. Some of you youngsters out there, you can use a lot of control on that. Kirk does a short sit, comes to a shrug position, off the back door. He gets 1. He tied it up. They're on their feet. 54 seconds. Janicek's in on a great shot again. Herbst has got his head down, which is what he wants to do. Push that head down and clear his legs. Don't let Janicek turn around the corner. He's got a corner on him. Don't let him turn the corner. Janicek wants to turn the corner. Herbst says no. He gets the corner turned. Now Herbst has got a whizzer. Janicek will try and step over if he can. Dangerous position for both wrestlers. Apple Valley, no, they countered it. Ooh. Boy, I'll tell you, Janicek gets in on that carry. 2-page takedown. Janicek, he goes up 4-2. 20 seconds left. That was a great shot on Janicek's part. They just came out of a flurry, and he shot in right away and got that sweep single. Converted it to a opposite side carry. 8 seconds left. Referee blows the whistle. Says stalling red. That would be Apple Valley. Son, you're not working for a pin. You can't just lay up there and ride. We got 5 seconds left. Foley needs 2 to tie. Janicek, a junior, in brown up on top. The Apple Valley brown and gold. Kirk does a short sit. 3 seconds. Apple Valley wins it. That's another great bout. 4-2. Apple Valley goes ahead in the dual meet, 13-12. You can't get much closer than that, can you? 135-pound match. Goes to Brian Janicek from Apple Valley. A junior. Did a fine job there, coming up at 140 pounds.
Apple Valley, Jesse.
There's a couple of fine juniors. We got a senior coming out for Apple Valley. One of their...
Jeff David.
I take that back. They did a weight change here. For Foley, we have Jeff David, 10-3 record as a junior. For Apple Valley will be Jesse Rahofsky. Jesse is a junior and is 14-7. So we have a 10-3 junior for Apple Valley. Rahofsky's record is 14-7 for Apple Valley. Foley's in on a single. Gets the takedown. So David jumps out to a 2-0 lead. Dual meet scores 13-12 Apple Valley. Back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. Apple Valley started out ahead by 6. Then they went up by 4. So at one point they were ahead 10-0. Foley came back with a forfeit, made it 10-6. Then they got a win, made it 10-9. They got another win, made it 12-10. Apple Valley just won the last match and went ahead 13-12, and that's what we have here this evening. This is a seesaw battle. They're back on their feet again. There has been no points given yet. Referee gives 1 point. No. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. No, he says you're out of bounds. You're still down, Apple Valley. Boy, that was close. Jeff David attempted a headlock over there on the edge. Apple Valley still goes down. David has got a 10-3 record this year. Jeff David from Foley, that's the wrestler on top right now in the blue singlet. Jesse Rahofsky from Apple Valley is a 14-7 junior. So again, another couple of fine underclassmen here. Doesn't stand up. Turns in, faces the man. He's going to try and do a headlock here. Jeff David stops that. Headlock brings him back to the mat. Apple Valley comes to a short sit. David stops that. He's doing a great job of riding here. He's floating real well on top. Here comes Apple Valley on a stand-up. You saw him control that arm right in front of the camera. Coming into your living room. Look out. Referee says no change. You're still down. 38 seconds. First period, 2-0 Foley. Jeff Davis started out with a nice single leg takedown. That's the points we've had scored so far. Both wrestlers have been very close to scoring again. Jesse Rahusky from Apple Valley is attempting to do a stand-up here. Wants to get that one-point escape. Foley's trying to keep him down on the mat. Again, Apple Valley's got a great base position from the mat. They are tough to break down. Here they come with a stand-up. He'll try and clear that leg and get to his feet. Here he comes, does a quick turn. Boy, David was quick there. Does the turn? No. No points, says the referee. We're still down. A couple of very, very quick wrestlers out here. Jeff David from Foley in the blue singlet is still on top. 14 seconds left, first period. 140-pound match, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff David does a nice job of breaking him down there. He's going to try to do a cross-body Turk. He's got that inside, or excuse me, he's got the cross wrist. And that's the end of the first period. Foley's up 2-0. Nice job by riding on the part of Foley. They got that takedown and rode well in that period. The choice goes to Apple Valley. He defers, which means he can give the choice over to Foley, and that will be his choice then in the third period, which most wrestlers like to have. They'd like to be able to decide if they want to go up, down, or neutral in the third period. So most of the time you'll see a wrestler defer in the second period when it's his choice. So Foley says, okay, I'll go down. Rahusky says, nope, I'm not going to wrestle you on the mat. Foley, we're going to go on the feet. So Foley gets a one-point escape. Actually, he didn't really escape. Rahusky just let him go and says, let's mix it up on the feet. So this will be a battle of takedowns. And again, as I said earlier, you can expect this in this duel. Both these teams are quality teams on their feet. Jeff David's in on another deep single. He's got his head outside. Rahusky does the right thing, stuffs his head inside. He's trying to reach for a waist tilt. He's got a far ankle. David, no! Jeff David was trying to finish the move, couldn't do it. Boy, I'll tell you, you talk about offense, defense, defense, offense. These kids know what they're doing. Shot there by Rahusky, didn't make it. Both wrestlers vying for position. Rahusky's got an outside position. He does a far side carry there. He's still got the arm and the leg. It's a dangerous place for Jeff David to be in from Foley. He stops it, though. He's coming back to his feet. Wow. Both wrestlers can't seem to get in where they want to be. Great attempts by both wrestlers. That was a shot by Jeff David. Rahusky's got a nice front headlock. David clears it out. Wow, there was a sweet single there. They'll let him go again. They'll let him go again. All right, they're going to bail out and let him go. You can expect Apple Valley to wrestle on the feet. They're very comfortable and feel real skilled on their feet. That was a nice, sweet single. Sometimes referred to as a side single by Rahusky from Apple Valley. He tries to get you pushing into him. When he feels you pushing back, he just changes his direction and goes to the side. Foley just got one there for stalling. The official felt that Foley was backing up and he says, nope, you got to stay in there and wrestle, Foley. So Foley's behind, Foley's ahead here, 4-2. Rahusky just got a takedown. David takes a shot. That's Jeff David from Foley, and then the blue singlet. Referee says you're out of bounds, boys. Back to the center. Foley's encouraging Jeff David to keep his motion on the feet. He's standing still too much. They want to see him work left to right. Get some motion going. Ooh, Rahusky's in on another nice side single. Converts it. Try and change it to a single here. 10 seconds left. Jeff David's in on a lift. Rahusky says, I'm going to try to finish this. David says, no, you're not. This is a scramble. This is big points to tie it up. No, he doesn't get it. Wow, what a defensive battle that was on the part of Jeff David. Rahusky was in deep. Apple Valley's choice, remember, he deferred to Foley, and as I said, he wanted to be able to call his own shot in the third. He says, I'm going down because I don't think you can ride me. David says, well, we'll see about that. Scores 4-2. Third period. Boom. Referee blows the whistle. Apple Valley's trying to do a short sit. They'll try to come to a stand-up now. Here he comes. On a stand-up position. Jeff Davis trying to do a spiral ride. Can't seem to get the rotation he wants. Rahusky drops back down, tries to do a sit-out, comes back to his feet. Here he comes. Jeff Davis got to try to return him, and the ref will ding him for stalling. He's trying to make the turn. Trying to make the turn. Stay on the mat. No, they go out. That's going to be 1 point against Foley. Remember in that earlier bout when they penalized Apple Valley for intentionally pushing the man off the mat? Well, they just did it to Foley. The referee said, hey, son, you got to keep him on the mat. You can't just drive him off because he's getting away from it. So now we have a 4-3 score in there as a result of that penalty point, which went to Apple Valley. Apple Valley comes to a stand-up. Again, they do a great stand-up. They always have. They do a nice turn. There's the 1 point. We've got a tie match. They are very comfortable wrestling on their feet. They do a nice stand-up. Jeff David got a tie score here. This one's going to go down to takedowns. The Huskies coming at him. Ooh, David's in on a nice side single of his own right there. The Huskies trying to counter by grabbing his ankle or hip. No, referee breaks it, potentially dangerous. You can see the position of her Husky's knee. There's no need getting anybody hurt here. This is about wrestling, not about getting hurt. Husky ties up tight. David tries another single. The Husky's got a nice front headlock. Look out. He's going to try to turn the corner if he can. He'll go to a cradle if he can do it. Two, says the referee. I think that was a little early. No. Potentially dangerous on the knee. Foley's down. Boy, the crowd didn't like that one. They thought that the ref gave it two a little early there. I might tend to agree with that one. But I consider and analyze it. The official only has seconds to make his choice. He's going to let him go. He says, I'll go on top. Boom. He'll make the turn. David comes to his feet. Now we have a 6-5 bout. Foley's behind by 1. There's 1 minute left. Jesse Husky from Apple Valley in the brown, Jeff David in the blue. This one is going to go down to takedowns. Apple Valley's trying to tie him up. Look at, ooh. David's in on a deep single. A deep single. The Huskies trying to counter it. He did. He's going to go to a front headlock. Look out. Jeff David counters his shot. Wow, back and forth takedown attempt. Nobody could get it. 35 seconds left. Jeff David stopped that move. Oh, they go out of bounds. No points. Wow. If you're not on the edge of your seat with this dual meet, ladies and gentlemen, call up the St. Cloud Hospital and tell them to send an ambulance. Your heart rate isn't going. Wow. 27 seconds. The crowd's hollering, let's go, Jeff. Of course, there are partisan Foley crowd here. There's a big contingent from Apple Valley, though. And why wouldn't there be? They got a fine program. Again, Apple Valley's ahead in the brown singlet. Score is 6-5. 14 seconds left. Jeff Davis tries to do a spin. Can't do it. Trying to front headlock. 2 points takedown for Apple Valley. Wow. Apple Valley wins it 8-5. Great match. Jesse Rahusky from Apple Valley, a 14-7 junior. Beats Jeff David, 10-3 junior by a score of 8-5. Actually, it was 6-5. Jeff David tried a desperation takedown, which is exactly what he should have done. So the match goes to 16-12, Apple Valley. Coming out on the mat right now for Foley is junior 14-2 record Robbie Herbst against Leon Thomas from Apple Valley, a senior with a 15-3 record. 15-3 record. He was a state qualifier last year for Apple Valley. He's currently ranked 3rd in the state. That would be 3rd in Class AA at 145 pounds. He's ranked 3rd at 140. They've moved him up a weight to go against Foley's Robbie Herbst. Robbie Herbst is 14-2. He's a junior. Leon Thomas, he's a senior. 15-3 record. He's ranked 3rd in the state. He was in the state last year, so he's got state tournament experience. He's a senior. He's been around the block. Robbie Herbst is no inexperienced wrestler either. He may be just a junior, but he's established himself as a real quality athlete and wrestler. This should be another exciting bout. We got a minute left, first period. No points scored yet. Both these wrestlers are very quick. You'll notice that during the course of the bout. They're both trying for inside tie position. Leon Thomas takes a shot here. Dual meet score is Apple Valley 16, Foley 12. Apple Valley just won that last one 8-5. Referee says break, no foul. Leon Thomas was in deep. They went out of bounds. The referee blew the whistle. Thomas continued to take down. The official was talking to him down saying, son, you can't be doing that or I'll penalize you. When you hear the whistle, you stop the action. Again, you could see there the lightning quickness of both of these athletes. Oh, Robbie Herbst is in deep on a single. Converts it to a double. He's trying to finish the takedown. He's looking for it. Thomas tries to put on a whizzer and do a hip throw. He can't get it. They're right near the edge. They're both going to go out of bounds here and break. Boy, I'll tell you, that was a great shot there by Leon Thomas earlier in the match. And now Robbie Herbst had one of his own, and neither wrestler could come up with a takedown. And that's how this match is going to be. A couple of very quick athletes. Ooh, outside single by Herbst. Does a limp arm, doesn't get it. Does another single. He's got the knee pulled through. Leon Thomas is into the crotch lift position, which is a counter stalemate move. He'll just hang his head there and wait for the referee to blow it, which he does. Hey, great defensive move. A couple of great shots by Robbie Herbst. These boys are quick. 9 seconds left in the bout. Herbst goes in on another shot, doesn't get it. Get off your knees, says Coach Freudenberg to his wrestler, Rob Herbst. And that's the end of the first period, no score. Second period, choice goes to Foley. Foley says, I'll defer. He gives his choice to Apple Valley, which means he can have his choice in the third. Robbie Herbst, again, as I mentioned, is an outstanding athlete for Foley. He's a member of the 4x400 state championship relay team. Past spring, the Foley relay team 4x400 was state champion, set an all-time state record. Robbie was a part of that, so he's quick. He's also a running back for the Falcon football team as well. Leon Thomas is one of Apple Valley's captains. He's a senior, rated third in the state, and was a state qualifier last year. He's currently 15-3. Herbst is doing a nice job of riding him. Thomas is coming up to his feet here, trying to get a one-point escape, looking for a hand control. Herbst's job is to bring him back to the mat if he can. Referee says you're stalling, Foley. You've got to bring him back to the mat. Again, we've seen that earlier this evening. When the man stands up and you're in the control position, that's the top. You've got a responsibility to bring him back to the mat. You just can't lock around his waist and stand there, or the referee will warn you for stalling. That could come into play later. Herbst does a nice job of breaking Leon Thomas down here. We have no score, minute 20. This is another close duel meet. They've all been like this, back and forth. We had one pin this evening. Apple Valley at 103 pounds. Here comes Thomas on another stand-up attempt. Trying to shake Herbst loose. Nope, out of bounds. No points. Apple Valley's still down. We got 105 left. Dual mean score is Foley 12, Apple Valley 16. Foley's behind by 4 points in the dual meet. There's no score in this one. We're looking at a 0-0 score. A minute 5 left in the second period. This is the first time Robbie's been down there. Robbie Herbst and Foley's been down to 145. He's been wrestling at 52. They moved him down tonight to 45. Seems to have adjusted to that new weight class real well. There's Thomas, gets an escape. So again, a nice stand-up. You'll see that all evening from Apple Valley. Turns and gets his 1 point, comes in on a sweep single. Whoa, that was quick. Again, I told you these boys were quick. Tries to cover Herbst's hip. If he can limp out, he'll get 2, and he does. So he goes up 3-1 on the result of 1 point escape and a 2 point takedown. Apple Valley will do that stand-up. They'll turn and face you, and they hit that side single, or sometimes referred to as a sweep single, really, really fast. He's got a high half series here, made famous by Gene Mills of Syracuse, a national champion at 118. Called a high half series. Herbst stops it. He gets to a short sit position. You can see him fighting for hand control. He wants to come to his feet here if he can, or reach for Leon Thomas's head. He's got 13 seconds to try and get something. He really would like to score here if he can. The referee says, Thomas, you're stalling. Again, you got to be looking for a finish combination. That one got Coach Bill Demery out of his seat, wants to talk to the official, says, hey, I don't know about that. Again, Leon Thomas is the captain of the football team. Captain Apple Valley is a senior. State wrestler last year. Referee and Coach Bill Demery from Apple Valley talked that over. He wasn't sure that his boy was stalling. Had to clarify that with the referee. Now we're back to action. 7 seconds left. Herbst is trying to get one. He'd really like to get something here. He's doing a nice job. He's got a short sit position. Thomas covers him. No point. So we go to the third period with Apple Valley leading 3-0. It's going to be Foley's choice, and he says, I want down. Don't be surprised if Apple Valley doesn't let him go. He says to the referee, I'm going to take the optional start, and I'm going to let him go. Again, because of their success on the feet, they're willing to wrestle on the feet anytime. That gives Herbst the point, though, and makes the score 3-1, which means if Herbst gets the takedown, we'll tie it up and we'll have an overtime. But there's a minute 45 left, lots of time left in the match to see what's going to happen here. Both wrestlers are having an extremely close match. Wrestling really, really well. And I'll tell you what, if you've wrestled, you know the energy that's being expended out there and what kind of condition these athletes are in. If you haven't, and you're just a wrestling fan but never had the opportunity to wrestle, let me tell you, these boys are sucking the energy up. Nice sweep single again by Leon Thomas. Works to the side, feels the pressure, drops to the side, and as you see, turns the corner and gets the takedown. So he goes up 5-1 now on Robbie Herbst. Very, very quick. Both these boys are quick. Herbst's job now is to try and get to his base if he can and see if he can pick away at some points. There's 1:05 left. Leon Thomas is working an inside wrist on that other side. This is one of Apple Valley's captains. They moved him up to 45 to go after Robbie Herbst. So far, that move has paid off for Apple Valley. Leon Thomas says, I'm going to let you go. So he lets him go. It goes 5-2. Herbst tries to spin. Can't do it. They go out of bounds. So we got 46 seconds left. Wrestling fans scores Apple Valley 5. Foley 2. Foley in the blue singlet. Apple Valley in the brown singlet with gold trim and their gold headgear. Leon Thomas likes the white headgear. A lot of the Apple Valley wrestlers go with the gold. That's their school color. Robbie Herbst is in on a front headlock position here. He'd like to pick something up and make it 4-5 for Herbst. You can see Thomas holding on to the elbows. The referee says stalling red, 1 point green. The reason he did that is he felt that Leon Thomas was holding on to Robbie Herbst's elbows, not letting him score. So he gave Foley a point. Now with the takedown, Foley can tie it. 20 seconds to do it. Scores 5-3 Apple Valley. We got 15 seconds left. And Leon Thomas is quick. He likes that overhook, underhook position. 13 seconds. Foley coaching staff says, Robbie, take a shot. Doesn't matter if you can beat 7-5. Just take a shot and try and score. He's in deep on that single. But again, Thomas does a nice job of countering. He's still in deep. He's in a crotch lift position and try to hang on to stop it. And he doesn't get the takedown. Apple Valley wins it 5-3. Another exciting duel meet. Wow, is this exciting or what, ladies and gentlemen? That puts Apple Valley up 19-3. Sorry, 19-12 at the 145-pound weight class.
Upper down, was forfeit at 152.
Okay, coming out for Foley is John Rudnitsky, who was third in the state last year. Apple Valley's James Roberts, who was another one of their captains, 14-3, who was second in the state, currently ranked #1. A match everybody was looking forward to isn't going to happen. Roberts, a senior from Apple Valley. Right. Thank you, Coach. That was Coach Jim Jackson. Just mentioned to me that Roberts is not wrestling. Right. Thank you, Coach. Again, Coach Jackson says the reason he's not wrestling is he's hurt. They were going to use him if they needed him. They don't feel like they could take a chance against John Rudnitsky, who's a quality wrestler. So that puts the dual meet at 18-19. Coming out for Foley right now, Andy Lean. So again, let me explain while you watch this dual meet for this match between Andy Lean and Brian.
Andy, of course, is a senior, 15-0, currently ranked #2 in the state.
McHenry, Brian McHenry for Apple Valley. Again, John Rudnitsky, third in the state for Foley last year. James Roberts, second in the state in Class AA for Apple Valley. Apple Valley forfeited to Rudnitsky. Coach Jackson came by the table here and said that Roberts is hurt and they just can't take the chance. So they forfeit. That gives Foley 6 points. So that puts the score of Foley 18, Apple Valley 19. That brings out at 160 Andy Lean for Foley, currently 15-0. State entrant last year, ranked second in the state, currently in Class A. He's wrestling Brian McHenry, a junior from Apple Valley, a linebacker in football off their state championship team. He's got a current record of 6-6. And Andy Lean is mixing it up. I'll tell you one thing about Andy. He's going to keep going on you. The Apple Valley wrestler better be in shape because I'll tell you, Andy Lean doesn't quit on you. He's going to keep going, and he'll be wrestling in the locker room tonight. He'll just keep coming. There you go, 2 points takedown. Every one of these wrestlers for Apple Valley is a quality kid, and I have no doubt that Brian McInerney isn't a quality wrestler either. But he better be in shape because Andy Lean is. Here we go. He's working his inside position. He's in on another single. takes him to the mat, 2 points, takedown. Lean jumps out, 6-2 with 1 minute left in the first period. Andy Lean from Foley in the blue singlet, 15-0 senior. State entrant last year, is currently ranked second in the state at 160. He's digging in position. He's letting him go. He says, the referee says, Red, you're backing up. Says, you're backing up, Red. Foley's behind by 1 point in the entire dual meet right now. 18-19. Apple Valley's up by 1. Andy Lean keeps digging. Boom, in on a single. Lifts, he's going to try and finish to a double. Make the turn. Brian McHenry gives it up. Leans up 8-3. 30 seconds left in the first period. Andy Lean was a varsity football player, one of Foley's captains this year in football and on the wrestling team as well. Outstanding pass receiver. Football's got a great pair of hands. Enjoyed watching him play football this season. McInerney, as I mentioned before, is a linebacker off the Apple Valley State Championship football team, so these boys are no strangers to getting out any place and mixing it up and banging hard and wrestling tough or playing anything tough. So again, Apple Valley is behind 8-3. Apple Valley with 3 points, Foley with 8 in this duel. Battle between these two wrestlers. Foley's behind by 1 point in the duel. Referee Roger Wilson says, Apple Valley, you're stalling, 1 point Foley. That gives them a 9-3 lead. And that's the end of the first period, ladies and gentlemen. With the score, Foley 9, Apple Valley 3. Second period. Foley defers. Apple Valley says, I'll go down. Foley'd like to have a major here, or a tech or a pin. They need more than 3 points, and they know it. Andy Lean's the man that they set out to try and get that. He looks over to the coaches and says, what do you want me to do? The coaches said, let him go. So Andy Lean lets him go. You see Apple Valley do that. Foley says, hey, we can do it too. Lean's working tough for another takedown. McInerney's trying to counter it. Lean flips it. Referee says, no points, you're out of bounds. That was close. You could see on your screen there, they were really close to that out of bounds line. Back to the center, here we go again. Lean's got constant motion, hits another single, trying to convert it to a double. Out of bounds again, no points. The crowd thinks Apple Valley's backing up there, and they're asking that ref to ding him again for stalling, but hey, I don't think so. I think he's working tough out there. Both wrestlers are attempting to do what they need to do. Lean's digging hard, working for that single. Referee says, nope, Apple Valley, that's it. You're backing up. That's another point for Foley. Now the next one against Apple Valley, he'll get 2 points, Foley will. And if he gets another stalling call, then he'll be disqualified and Foley will get 6. So Apple Valley's got to stay in there for the rest of this period with 1:30 left and all of the third period. If he gets another stalling call, it'll be a 2-point penalty. If he gets another one, he'll be disqualified, which will give Foley 6. So Andy Lean's out in front of this one, 10-4. We got a little time out. Referee wants to check the score. My guess is what he's doing is checking with the bench to find out how many stalling calls Apple Valley has, so he knows if the next one is 2 or not. The wrestler will get a warning. The first stalling call is 1 point. The next one is 1. The next one is 2. And the next one, you're gone. Andy Lean does a quarter Nelson to a spin to a takedown. And Brian McInerney from Apple Valley, he's a 160-pound junior. Lean just let him go. Shout shoots in again. Lean gets another takedown, puts the score 14-5. He's working. The coaches are saying, let him go, Andy. So Andy says, okay, I'm going to cut him loose. He cuts him loose, gives McInerney 1 point. The motion level change by Andy Lean. They go out of bounds. You notice Lean's got tremendous motion and level change. You see, he sets that up with his motion level change. McInerney can't tell when he's coming and when he isn't, and boy, like a cat, he's in there on that leg, and he knows how to finish it. And the thing about it is McInerney hasn't been able to set up yet. You know, you talk about it in football and other things knocking the team off their offense. Well, that's what's happening here. McInerney hasn't been able to set up what he wants because of Lean's constant pressure. There he made an attempt on a single. Lean stopped it. McInerney's got to be careful. He's got to stay in the center of the mat. He knows it. He's no stranger to wrestling. A junior, currently 6-6. Andy Lean 15-0. Leans in on another single, changes it to a double. Oh, referee says out of bounds, no point. 25 seconds left in the second period. Foley is behind by 1 point, 19-18 in the entire dual meet, and they're up 14-6 in this one. The referee says, McInerney, you're stalling. 2 points makes it 16-6. Next stalling against McInerney, and he is disqualified, and that'll be as good as a pin for Foley. And I'll tell you, Lean's got the killer instinct now. He gets the takedown, makes it 18. McInerney just has not been able to get set up in this match for what he wants for his offense. And Andy Lean has worked tough in this. That's the end of the second period. Score is 18-6. Now remember, if there gets to be a 15-point spread in the score, the match will be stopped and a technical foul will be awarded to Andy Lean. That's worth 5 points. Foley would rather have 6 for a pin or a stalling disqualification. Andy Lean's choice, Lean in the blue singlet from Foley. He says, I'm going down because I think I can get out. McInerney says, I'm not going to even ride with it. Red, try and ride him. I'm going to let him go. We're going to go on the feet. He tells the referee, I'll take the optional start. You'll see him cut him loose. Boom. Andy Lean turns, and here we go. Third period. Both wrestlers are on their feet. Lean's up 19-6. Again, if it goes to 22, 21 or 22 points, 19-6. So if Lean goes up to 22, if he should take him down and put him on his back and pick up 5, this match would be over on a tech fall. The Foley coaches are encouraging Andy Lean to keep pushing, keep digging. There's two. And there's the tech fall right there, ladies and gentlemen. 5 points for Foley. Andy Lean gets a tech fall over Brian McInerney. That gives Foley 5 points. Makes it 23-19 Foley. Coming out at 171. For Foley will be Jesse Zimmer, a 12-0 senior, 5th in the state last year, currently ranked number 5. Wrestling Brian Lacombe from Apple Valley, a junior at 5-8. Jesse Zimmer is up at wrestling at 71 tonight, gets the first takedown. Again, Zimmer is senior. Lacombe is a junior with a 5-8 record. Zimmer is currently ranked 5th in the state in Class A at 171 pounds, working for a fall. Jesse Zimmer's got a great cradle, and Brian Lacombe has got to be careful of it. He's got the legs on right now. He goes to a tilt, wrist tilt. Didn't get any points out of it. He still got it on. In this case, Apple Valley doesn't want that technique, so they stop it. Zimmer comes back to a cradle. He's got a great cradle, so they've got to respect that. Got 1 minute left in the first period. Zimmer's ahead 2-zip. And the referee blows him out of bounds. Let's go back to center, gentlemen. So Lacombe from Apple Valley in a brown singlet goes down. Zimmer goes on top in the blue singlet. Referee blows the whistle. Here we go. Zimmer knocks him off his base. Working for a bar arm if he can get it. He's got an inside wrist. Another nice look there for you young wrestlers at an inside wrist series. Very, very tough ride. He's trying to turn him with this. He'll try to come back with a cradle if he can. He's trying to stack him up right now. He's got the wrist. He went from an inside wrist to a cross wrist. The referee says break. We got timeout. Got a little bleeding on the part of Brian Lacombe from Apple Valley, so we'll take some time out here while they fix that. Zimmer goes over to his coaches to talk about strategy in the match. Zimmer is another outstanding athlete for Foley, a member of that 4x400 state championship relay team last year, so he's quick as well. He and Robbie Herbst. Robbie Herbst is a 145-pound wrestler for Foley. Both members off of that 4x400 relay team. Jesse, football player in the fine Foley football team this year. He's also one of Foley's captains. Does a fine job of leadership for the Falcons. Ryan Lacombe, besides being a fine wrestler for Apple Valley, is no slouch in the classroom. He's carrying a 4.0 grade point average. He also is in other activities besides wrestling. I understand from his coaches he's part of the debate team and an outstanding chess player. And sometimes wrestling fans, wrestling is like a chess game. Move, counter move, check, checkmate, takedown, reversal, and it's just like a chess match. So he's well suited for this activity. Right now he's behind 2-0. Still a very close bout. Zimmer's working hard. Oh, he's got a cradle. Look out. He's got him turned. He's got him turned. He's got a great cradle. The referee's trying to look at the shoulders. He can't see the shoulders. He can see him now. He's looking for the fall. There's 15 seconds left. He's trying to dig his way out of it. He got out. Wow, what a great job by Brian Lacombe of stopping that cradle. Zimmer gets 3 points out of it and jumps up 5-0. Boy, I'll tell you, that was a battle on the part of Brian Lacombe. You talked about the panic button. He said, boy, I don't want to be here. And he scrambled his way out. And that's the end of the first period. 5-0, Jesse Zimmer. Referee stops the match briefly. And you can check the little bit of a scrape on the side of Brian Lacombe. Apple Valley coaches are going to try and stop that and check that out. Looks like a little mat burn. And that happens. Zimmer's over to the side talking with Coach Freudenberg. You got Coach Herman and Coach Jensen about strategy and what they want to do. Zimmer's up 5-0. It's the second period. Foley is ahead of the dual meet. Score is 23-19. They were behind 19-18. And Andy Lean came out and got a tech ball over Brian McInerney from Apple Valley, giving Foley 5 points to put him up 23-19. There's only 71-89 in heavy. There's only 3 bouts to go. Anybody's dual meet yet, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody's. I'll tell you, if you took some time out to go get some popcorn or pop, you might have missed some great action. So I hope you're taping this on your VCR so you can watch it later. You're seeing some outstanding wrestling here. Zimmer's trying to get that cradle again. He's digging hard for it. He wants that pin for his team. He's digging hard for the cradle. You can see he's got the cross face on. Lacombe does a great job of stopping it for Apple Valley. Jesse goes right back into it again. Again, Jesse Zimmer in blue on top for the Falcons. Just digging hard. Lacombe's trying to fight that off to get to his base so he can get his escape or reversal. He's got the cradle on again. He's got it tight this time too, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what happens here, wrestling fans. He's trying to tip him. He's trying to tip him. Lacombe says, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go. And he stops it. Wow, what a great job by Brian Lacombe. Zimmer's cradling him up again. He's just going to come back to that. He's up 5-0. My guess is pretty soon, if he's not able to turn him, Lacombe's not doing a great job of stopping it. The referee says, you're stalling, bottom man. That's Apple Valley. You got to come to your base and try to wrestle. Lacombe is trying to protect himself from that cradle right now, and you can't just lay down there. So the referee says you're stalling, Apple Valley. Zimmer, my guess is you'll see him turn him loose here pretty soon. If he's not able to turn him over, I'm thinking the coaches will say, let's try to get a major or some extra points. Zimmer's up 5-0. There's 34 seconds left. They'll probably finish this period on the mat, but then look for Zimmer to try to go on the feet and get some takedowns and pile up some points. They'd like to get more than just 3 out of this. They'd like to get 4 major or technical or a fall. And Zimmer is a pinner. He's stacking him up, stacking him up, stacking him up. Ooh, he tried to turn him there, and Lacombe rolled through it. Wow, that was dangerous position for Brian Lacombe from Apple Valley, but he stopped it. I'll tell you, he's fought off some nice pinning combinations by Zimmer. Zimmer's up 5-0, 7 seconds, second period. Apple Valley goes down. Foley goes on top. Foley in the blue singlet. Apple Valley in the brown. Apple Valley trying to do a sit out there and reach the head. Zimmer stops it. Third period. Apple Valley's choice. Apple Valley wants down. Foley says, you want to let him go? Zimmer shook it off and said, nope, I want to try and turn him on the mat. So they had a little conference there. If you saw Zimmer shake his head, that's the coach said, you want to let him go and go on the feet, or you want to try and turn him? Zimmer shook it off about takedown and said, I think I can turn him, guys. He's trying to cross-face cradle again. Really trying to work that baby hard. He'd like to get some extra points for his team here. He's up 5-0. There's a warning. Apple Valley, 1 point Foley, makes it 6-zip. If Zimmer can run it to 8, he'll get a 4-point win for his team, so he needs 2 more points. My guess is they won't let this last too long. Foley will have him let him go in about 30 seconds. With a minute left, you can expect him to go on the feet to try to get that major. Oops, stalemate. Stalemate. Referee says neither wrestler can improve his position. Lacombe goes back down. Zimmer says, here we go. We're going to go on the feet. He signals the referee. I'm going to go optional start. Lets him go. Makes it 6-1. Here he comes on a takedown. Boom. Just like that, he gets in. I told you he was quick. Foley coaches said, do it again. He's trying to turn him here. He's trying to turn him. He's got a half. Ooh, he stopped it. He's got a minute left. He's going to cut him loose again. Give him one. We have an 8-2 ball game now. Zimmer's working hard on the feet. 50 seconds left. He wants that takedown. Lacombe gets in deep. Zimmer counters it. Back to the center of the mat. Wow. Jesse Zimmer, senior for Foley, one of their captains against Brian Lacombe, a junior for Apple Valley. He's trying to set up to get another takedown. He'd like to have a major here. Nice shot by Lacombe. Zimmer goes in a thought clip to try to counter it. This move is primarily came into the high school ranks from international wrestling. It's used primarily as a defensive move to counter. He'll sit under there and try and stop him from getting a takedown. And there he did it. Referee says stalemate. Neither wrestler can improve his position. They'll go back to the feet. Zimmer needs a takedown here to get a major. 20 seconds left. He needs a shot. He's trying to set him up. There's a shot right there. Lacombe does a nice job with Wizard. Oh. Zimmer did a pancake, but he was out of bounds. Ooh, another duck under attempt. He tried to go around, couldn't do it. He's going to try and do a drag here. He's spinning. 10 seconds left. He wants that takedown. There it is. 2 takedown Foley. He needs to ride him out now to keep that major. He's up 10-2. That'll be 8 points. He does it. Boy, he needed to ride that Apple Valley wrestler out to preserve that 4-point win. The score was 10-2, so that's an 8-point spread, and that gives Foley 4 points rather than 3. The dual meet now goes to 27-19. 27-19 for the Foley Falcons. We only got 2 matches left, ladies and gentlemen. Foley's up 27-19. Coming out on the mat now for Foley is junior Tony Herbst, who's 3-3. Josh Clausen is a 11-3 junior. He was on their state championship football team as a guard. And you can tell by his size and power that he's probably an outstanding guard. He's currently ranked #1 in the state at 189 pounds, and he's only a junior. Tony Herbst is a junior, too, with a 3-3 record. Josh Clausen for Apple Valley is 11-3. Herbst gets in deep on the first takedown attempt. Referee says, no, boys, you're out of bounds. If Herbst had been able to keep his toes in bounds, he would have got a takedown there. Kind of looked like a wide receiver in the NFL, I bet, huh? Trying to keep those toes in bounds. Josh Clausen is looking for a position. Herbst in the blue singlet for Foley. Again, there's that Herbst name for Foley. It's been around Foley wrestling for a lot of years. He's in on a single. Clausen stops it, goes to a front headlock. Both wrestlers on their feet. A couple of powerful boys here. Tony Herbst also a football player for Foley. Clausen's in on a single now. He's in deep. He's going to try and finish it to a double. You'll see that hand come across here if he can. Herbst is trying to stop that hand from coming across. He's in deep. He'd like to get out of bounds here if he could. And he stops it. Wow. Clausen was in deep. Couldn't finish it. A couple of fine athletes out here. Josh Clausen from Apple Valley in the brown singlet. Foley leads the dual meet 27-19. There's no score in this one. There's 45 seconds left in the first period. Both wrestlers are battling for position. Again, a couple of #1 rated teams here this evening. Foley rated #1 in Class A, Apple Valley #1 in Class AA. Battle of the #1s tonight. If you saw earlier our interviews with Coach Freudenberg and Coach Jackson, one of the co-head coaches, Jim Jackson and Bill Demery are the co-head coaches for Apple Valley. We had a chance to talk with Jim Jackson, as you saw earlier in our program this evening. Talked about being excited to be here, and this is a great match for wrestling. There's a big crowd here this evening. I'm not real good at numbers, but there has to be at least 15 to 1,800 people in this facility. Nice side single attempt by Clausen, trying to convert it. You'll see his hand try to come across to a double. Herbst comes up with a whizzer. He limps out and gets the 2. Right on the edge of the mat. That's the end of the first period. Clausen picked that one up right at the buzzer. So we go into the second period of Apple Valley leading 2-0. Clausen's currently ranked number 1 in the state at Class AA and 189 pounds, and he's only a junior. Tony Herbst from Foley in the blue, who's going to come in on top right now, is also a junior. Here comes Clausen on that stand-up. Herbst cuts him off by going to an ankle. Clausen will go back to his base, regroup, and come with another stand-up. I'm sure you can count on that. That's what Apple Valley likes to do, and they do it well. Here he comes, short 6. He'll try and make a turn now, and he does. Gets his 1-point escape, goes up 3-0. They'll be on the feet.
1 point, both out.
Valley does a nice job on the bottom on their base position. They base out well, they stand up well. Foley's done a good job this evening. Clausen's in deep on a front headlock, gets 2. Coaches say, let him go. Apple Valley coaches saying, cut him loose, let's go on the feet. So he does. Herbst gets 1. Apple Valley goes up 5-1. 1 minute, 20 seconds left in the first period. Herbst is taking a shot, goes to the mat. Clausen stops it. He's got a nice front headlock on again. Herbst would like to stop that. If he can, try and counter it. Clausen wants to bury his head, make the spin. He does. Referee says nope, out of bounds. Wow, that was close. Foley coaches are encouraging Tony Herbst to keep his head up, keep his elbows in, and get some motion going. Move left, right, get some hustle going out there on the man. He's doing a fine job of it. Changing his position here, digging hard. He's got an underhook position now, the Foley wrestler does. Apple Valley takes the overhook. 45 seconds left. Apple Valley's up 5-1 in this one. Ooh, there's that side single. We've seen a lot of that from Apple Valley tonight. There he goes to the front headlock. He's trying to do a heel kick. He missed it. Referee says warning green. He thinks Foley's backing up on that. So he warned Foley for stalling. Felt that the Foley wrestler, Tony Herbst, was backing out of the position there, encouraging him to stay on the mat. Got a brief timeout. Josh Clausen from Apple Valley asked if he could clear a slight nosebleed that he's got starting here. Clausen, 11-3 record as a junior this year. And was a guard on Apple Valley State Championship football team. And if you could see from his quickness this evening, I'll bet they ran some pulls and traps with this young man. There was that attempt at a side single again, or sweep single. Both guys locked up pretty tight. Herbst goes to an underhook. Clausen counters by taking the overhook position. He'll try and dig in. A lot of upper body stuff here in this one. 5 seconds left. Ooh, nice high crotch takedown attempt by Clausen. Herbst is fighting it off, and he does it. Nice job, Tony Herbst, on fighting that deep shot by Josh Clausen. Boy, these boys just explode out there on the mat. Tony Herbst takes the down position. Clausen says, I'll go on top, but I'm not going to try to ride you. We're going to take this one to the feet. I think you'll see him let him go. He'll indicate to the referee that he'll do the optional start. Yep, and here we go. He'll push Herbst away, and there's the 1 point. Escape. He'll take a shot right off the bat. So we now have a 5-2 score. Josh Clausen feeling he can do what he needs to do in this match on the feet. No points, out of bounds, back to the center, both wrestlers. We got 1:48 left in the third period here. Foley behind by a score of 5-2. Clausen's in on a shot, doesn't get it. Trying another one, Does a front headlock to kind of a duck finish.
2 points.
Gets 2 points takedown, goes up 7-2. Apple Valley wants more here. They don't want just a 3-point win. They've got to be very careful because Herbst is explosive. He's been around, he knows what he's doing. And if they get careless, they'll score on you. There's minute 17 left. Apple Valley's looking for a pinning combination. Referee says stalling Foley. We had warned him earlier, and that's a 1 point penalty against Foley. Apple Valley gets 1, puts the score at 8-2. So Foley's behind by 8-2. There's a minute and 5 seconds left. Foley will go down. Apple Valley will probably go to the optional start again and try to go on the feet with Foley. And he does. Clausen turns Herbst loose, tries for a sweep single, doesn't get it. Goes to an upper body tie, takes him off the mat. With 57 seconds left, Apple Valley really wants more than just a win here out of Josh Clausen, their number 1 rated 189-pounder. Both wrestlers are doing a fine job. Hooks is in on the shot. Can't quite get it. Clausen counters and spins. Lets them go. They're going for a major now. It's 10-3. If they get a takedown here in the last 40 seconds, they'll go ahead by an 8-point margin, which will give them a 4-point win. They'd like to have that. That would make the match 23-27. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll bring it down to the heavyweights. Little timeout. Clausen's got a little bit of a nosebleed going here. Wow, has this been exciting or what? Started out trading wins back and forth. Foley started out with losing by fall in the first bout. Major decision by Apple Valley, put the score at 10-0. Foley came back with a 6-point win due to a forfeit to Jamie Keller. Came back with another 3-point win, makes the score 10-9. And it's gone back and forth all night long. We're down to the last 2 bouts here. This is 189. Josh Clausen from Apple Valley, 38 seconds. Foley doesn't want to give up a takedown if they don't have to. They don't want to give Apple Valley that major decision. Tony Hurts did the best job he could there. The best offense is a good, or best defense rather is a good offense, so he took a shot, but Clausen couldn't get set up. Here comes Clausen. Hurts is not going to give it to him. He's trying to spin. Nothing yet. Hurts does the switch on the way down. Counter switch, takedown. Tony Hurts. What a great job that was. What a scramble. Tony lets him go. Takedown attempt by Clausen. Boy, are these boys turning up the heat now. Clausen needs a takedown for a major. This would be a great bout on the part of Tony Hurts. I'm sure Apple Valley, with their number 1 rated kid, thought they could get a better match than just a win. Clausen's done a fine job. He's a great athlete. Hurts has done an equally good job. There's that sweep single again. 1 second left, and he doesn't get it. Final score, 11-6, Apple Valley. But it's not a major decision, so Apple Valley only gets 3 points. They wanted more. So we come down to the heavyweight bout, ladies and gentlemen, with Foley winning 27-22. So, if Apple Valley gets a pin, they'd win 28-27. They got to have a pin to win this duel meet. Anything less, they don't win it. How good are the heavyweights? Well, let me tell you. Petrusky, a senior, is 14-0. He's a 2-time state entrant. He's ranked 5th in the Class A at heavyweight. Chad McInerney is one of Apple Valley's other captains. He's rated 13-6. Current record. He's the linebacker for the state championship football team. He's a senior. Kresge comes out and gets a takedown, goes up 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, this is coming right down to the wire. Apple Valley needs a fall here to win this dual meet by a score of 28-27. They're currently behind 22-27. Petrusky knows he's got a bout here. He can't lay off. He can't be slacking, and I'll tell you what, he won't. He does a fine job, and you got 2 big wrestlers out here, both good football players and good athletes for big men. Petrusky tries to break them down. McInerney goes off the mat. They go back to the center. Petrusky runs at about 270 pounds. I would guess Chad McInerney at probably about 210, 212. Both very quick. McInerney does a nice job of turning here, trying to get the 1-point escape. Petrusky says, I'm not going to let you go that easy. Boom. Tackle almost right there by Petrusky, and it takes him out of bounds. Wow. What an exciting duel meet. Foley's ahead 27-22, so it comes down to the heavyweight bout. Petrusky's on top. McInerney will try a stand-up. McInerney, the brother to Brian McInerney, who we saw at 160. Brian being a junior, Chad being the senior. McInerney gets an escape. So we've got a 2-1 bout here, going right down to the wire. We have 1:10 left in the first period only. McInerney's trying to work that head. Snap Petrusky, try to use his quickness. Petrusky digging inside, tough. McInerney wants that inside tie-up. He's digging for underhooks. There's going to be a lot of pummeling in this match, I'm sure. Watch Petrusky explode. He's very quick. There's a shot by Petrusky. He's in deep on a single. Referee says no, you're out of bounds. Back into the position. McInerney works in that inside tie-up. He wants position. He wants to work Petruski's head down. He wants to try snaps and spins to get Petruski to the mat, figuring he can out-quick him. And he may be able to do that, but Chad Petruski's pretty quick. And Chad McInerney, excuse me, Craig Petruski, I'm sorry. And Chad McInerney from Apple Valley in the brown singlet, Foley in the blue. 20 seconds left first period, Foley's up 2-1. Foley just needs a win here to preserve the victory. Both wrestlers in an upper body tie-up position. Petruski is going to try to clear out of it. He does. He takes in on a shot. Ooh, boy, he was in deep there, but he went out of bounds. 5 seconds left, first period. Foley's up 2-1. McInerney tries to control Petruski's head. End of the first period with the score, Foley 2. Apple Valley nothing. Apple Valley's choice, he defers to Foley. Petruski says, I'm going down. McInerney, don't be surprised if he doesn't wrestle him on the mat. He might probably let him go. Yep. He says, I'm not going to try to wrestle on the mat. We're going to go on the feet. Petruski gets his 1 point. He goes up 3-1. Both boys in an upper body tie-up here. Petruski's got his head inside. McInerney tries to bring it down. What he wants to do there is pull Petruski's head down and go to a front headlock. Apple Valley does a great front headlock series, and that's what McInerney wants to do. Scores 3-1. There's a minute 35 left, second period. Petruski's working an inside tie-up. McInerney clears it. Both these heavyweights are mixing it up. It's a super heavyweight bout. Remember, the dual meet score now, ladies and gentlemen, is 27-22. Apple Valley gets a pin here. They win it 28-27. Foley knows that. Foley gets the win. They win the dual meet. So it comes down to the heavyweight match. Both wrestlers were just warned for stalling there. The referee wants to see a little more action. McInerney comes charging across the mat and hits a hard forearm into Petruski. Petruski responds, stays in the center of the mat. Well, you can just feel the tension on the crowd. Who's going to win this one? It's been tense all evening. It's an exciting crowd here. I'm sure you can hear that from the crowd noise. It hasn't let up from the opening whistle. Both wrestlers are working hard. Nobody's taken a shot for a while. The referee's going to take that into consideration. Both wrestlers have been warned now. They need to start working hard because they'll start penalizing them for stalling. Petruski's trying for an inside tie. Ooh. McInerney tried an inside trip there, you could see from the upper body tie. That technique was made popular by a wrestler by the name of Azevedo at Cal State Bakersfield a number of years ago, an NC2A champion. Petruski's got an inside tie. Tell you what, Petruski's got to watch himself on the edge of the mat. If he allows McInerney to take him to the edge of the mat too many times, he'll get penalized for stalling, which is what I think Apple Valley would like to see happen here. So Petruski's got to stay in the center, keep digging, keep pummeling, keep clearing those inside tie-ups. Referee says, nope, boys, you're both stalling. 1 point each team. 4-1, 4-2, excuse me. Foley still ahead by 2. Referee just penalized both wrestlers for stalling. He wants to see a little more action. 9 seconds left, second period. This one's only got a 2-point spread in it. Anything can happen. McInerney's trying to get an inside tie and he can't get it. Wow. And they go on the feet. They choose neutral. They said, we're going to settle this one with takedowns, not mat wrestling. So here we go. It's senior Chad Petruski against senior Craig Petruski. Wow, what a great throw attempt that was by Chad McInerney. Craig Petruski, senior from Foley, against Chad McInerney, senior from Apple Valley. McInerney's trying to dig inside. He'd like to throw. He'd like to try and throw Craig Petruski to his back. Petruski's digging him tough. He's ahead 4-2. There's a shot. There's another throw attempt. He's got him on his back. He's got him on his back. That was There's a great throw. He's got to get out of bounds. Oh, he turns it. He gets a reversal. Wow. Did you see that throw, ladies and gentlemen, by Chad McInerney? But what a great counter move by Chad Petruski. Rolled him through. The score is 6-6. McInerney got 2 takedowns, 2 near falls. He got 6. Petruski got 2 reversal. He got 2. That makes the score 6-6. Apple Valley's got to have a pin here to win. It goes down to less than a minute. McInerney's trying to get a stand-up. Can't get it out of bounds. Holy mackerel. Now remember, both wrestlers have been warned for stalling. So if Petruski gets a stalling point, he'll go behind. Apple Valley's got to have a pin to win the dual meet, though. So here comes Chad McInerney. Craig Petruski goes on top. McInerney's trying to stand up. Petruski's on that ankle. He's got to stay off of that. He's got to bring him back to the mat. He does. 44 seconds. He's got to get off that ankle or the referee will warn him. All right, out of bounds. If Petruski stays on that ankle, he's going to get warned for stalling. And he's already been warned, so it would be a point to Chad McInerney. So we're going to go down to the last 38 seconds here. Petruski needs to try and ride him out, maybe get a near fall points. McInerney, here he comes on a stand-up. Outside leg stand-up. He'll try to make the turn. Petruski's got to bring him back to the mat. McInerney gets 1 point escape. He goes up 7-6. He tries another throw. He's got him on his back. If he pins, they win. Only 19 seconds. Petruski's got to stay off his back. If he pins, they win. 13 seconds. They'd win 28-27. Holy mackerel, ladies and gentlemen. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4. Petruski can't give up the fall. 3, 2. He didn't get it. Apple Valley wins the match by a score of 10-6. So they get 3 points, makes it 27-25. Foley wins by 2. Holy cows, Harry Carey would say. What a match. A couple of nice throws by Chad McInerney. What a great bout. Foley wins it 27-25. Wow. We'd like to thank the Mark Twain Cable Network for allowing us to tape this match this evening. I'd like to thank Scott Larson for helping us with the taping. Scott, thank you very much, and the Apple Valley fans and wrestlers, thanks for being here. And good night, everybody. We'll see you another time. This is Tom Keating saying so long from the Foley High School gym.